There are minds that wander, and then there are minds that descend. Most people drift across the surface of life, reacting, chasing, escaping. But deep thinkers, they do not drift, they dive, they question the unseen. They sit in silence long enough to hear what most people spend their entire lives avoiding: their own thoughts. Deep thinkers are not born in comfort. They are forged in solitude. They are the ones who have felt the chaos of emotion and chosen not to be ruled by it. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the quiet law of the deep thinker. We do not seek to control the world. We seek to master the storm within. When you look into the eyes of a true deep thinker, you'll notice something unsettling: a stillness, a patience, a gaze that doesn't just see you, but sees through you. It's not arrogance, it's awareness. They've learned to observe before reacting, to understand before judging, and to think before speaking. Their silence is not weakness, it's restraint, the highest form of power a human can possess. Seneca once wrote, "To be calm is the highest achievement of the self." That is the essence of the deep thinker's psychology. We carry storms inside us, yet we walk as though the sky is clear. We feel everything, but we are owned by nothing. Where others crumble under the weight of emotion, we analyze it, study it, learn from it, until it becomes wisdom. Deep thinkers are misunderstood souls. Society calls them distant, detached, even cold. But that's because the world worships noise. And deep thinkers are silence itself. We'd rather spend hours reflecting than minutes gossiping. We'd rather seek truth than seek approval. And that very distance the world fears is where our power hides. We think deeply because we have suffered deeply. Pain is the doorway through which awareness enters. Only those who have been broken understand the art of stillness. Epictetus taught that difficulties show what men are. For us, difficulty is not a curse. It is a mirror. We face it, not to be destroyed, but to see what remains once the illusions fall away. Our minds never stop questioning, not because we crave answers, but because we crave truth. We know the truth has no owner, no comfort, no glamour. It demands solitude, sacrifice, and sometimes madness. But once you see it, once you understand the quiet laws of life, there's no turning back. You begin to notice that most people aren't really living, they're performing. They fear silence because silence reveals how lost they are. Deep thinkers are not better than others. We are simply more awake. We see the patterns, the fleeting desires, the meaningless distractions, the endless pursuit of validation. And once we see it, we can no longer play the same games. We retreat, not to escape life, but to see it clearly. The Stoic mind knows this truth well. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Zeno of Citium. Every battle we fight is internal. Every victory begins in the silence of thought. Deep thinkers understand that the mind is both the prison and the key, and through reflection, self-control, and relentless awareness, we free ourselves from the illusions that bind the rest. We do not seek fame, applause, or belonging. We seek mastery over anger, over fear, over desire. Because we know that once a man rules himself, nothing external can truly enslave him. The world may misunderstand us, but in truth, we are not of the world. We are observers of it. So if you find yourself questioning everything, if you feel like no one understands the depth of your thoughts, do not shrink. That unease is not a flaw. It is the mark of awakening. You are not lost. You are simply descending deeper than others dare to go. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And when your thoughts are deep, disciplined, and pure, your soul becomes unshakable. We are few, the thinkers, the observers, the quiet ones, but we carry the strength of 1,000 minds and the peace of those who no longer fear their own reflection. Deep thinkers carry the weight of awareness, but they learn to turn it into strength. There's a strange heaviness that comes with seeing the world too clearly. Deep thinkers don't just live. They observe life as if they're standing one step outside of it. Every emotion, every action, every word, it all passes through layers of reflection before it reaches the soul. And while that gives us clarity, it also brings pain, because awareness doesn't just reveal beauty, it reveals truth. And truth is often harsh, cold, and unkind to illusions. We begin to notice how people chase comfort instead of meaning, how they speak not to communicate but to be seen, how they seek validation in every mirror, every screen, every fleeting moment of attention. And in that recognition, we start to feel detached, like travelers moving through a world of sleepwalkers. But this detachment, though lonely, is sacred. It is the soil where true wisdom grows. Epictetus once said, "Man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them." The deep thinker lives by this law. When chaos erupts, we do not react, we reflect. We let the storm rage while we stand in silence, examining its cause and meaning. That's the difference between the mind that suffers and the mind that observes. The observer learns, the sufferer resists. This level of thinking can make life feel heavy, yes. We feel too much, notice too much, understand too deeply. But that same awareness becomes our weapon. Where others are prisoners of their impulses, we are architects of our inner world. The Stoics taught that our thoughts shape our destiny, that no man can enslave a mind that has mastered itself. So we learn to bear the burden of awareness with discipline. We do not allow it to make us bitter, we let it make us still. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This realization changes everything. The deep thinker does not seek to escape pain, but to understand it. We do not run from solitude. We use it to refine the mind, to sharpen thought, to understand our own nature. And soon, solitude stops feeling like isolation. It becomes armor. The silence that once felt heavy now becomes peace. The thoughts that once tormented us now become guidance. Because once you have faced the full depth of your mind, the doubts, the fears, the loneliness, nothing external can truly harm you. You've already met your own darkness, and you've learned to walk through it. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." And bravery is not about facing the world. It's about facing yourself. That's what deep thinkers do every single day. We question our motives, challenge our beliefs, confront our shadows. And from that self-confrontation, strength emerges. A quiet, unshakable strength that no amount of noise, judgment, or rejection can destroy. So yes, deep thinkers carry the weight of awareness, but they also carry the wisdom that comes with it. We learn that not everything needs to be spoken, not every emotion needs to be expressed, and not every truth needs to be shared. The greatest clarity is often silent, and those who can endure that silence become untouchable. We do not seek to be understood anymore. We seek to understand. And in doing so, we transcend the need for validation. We find peace not in others, but in mastery of the self. That's the psychology of the deep thinker. A mind that sees too much, feels too much, but endures all of it with grace. Because we know that the heaviest crown is the one worn by those who think. If you want more insights like this, more ways to build inner fortitude, and lessons that push you to become unshakable. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of wisdom that can change the way you think, act, and live.